5 Best Places to Visit in Trentino-Alto Adige. Trentino-Alto Adige is famous for nature, summer and winter sports, trekking, excursions, culture, and excellent cuisine. There are wonderful places such as the Dolomites, the glaciers of the Adamello Brenta Park, Lake Braze, and the Adige River, without forgetting that the territory is divided into large valleys, such as, for example, Val di Fassa, Val di Fiemme, Val Gardena, and Val Badia, with views ranging from coniferous forests to majestic peaks. Trentino-Alto Adige is a fantastic region, especially from a landscape and rural point of view, and is, therefore, the ideal destination for a holiday dedicated to sport, culture, food, and wine. Furthermore, in Trentino-Alto Adige, there are many facilities equipped with a spa and relaxation area. Number 5. Bressanone. This small town in the province of Bolzano is truly wonderful. It has a strong German imprint, as it is very close to the border with Austria and is definitely worth a visit. Piazza Duomo is characterized by the 2 twin towers. Then there is the Bishop's Palace dating back to the 13th century, and the Diocesan Museum, where inside it is possible to see various medieval works and collections. Number 4. Rovereto. Rovereto is the 3rd largest city in the region in terms of importance and size, as well as a historical and cultural site. Founded in the Middle Ages, today narrow streets and squares remain from that era. But it is also possible to admire beautiful 18th century buildings that give it a Venetian atmosphere. Among the attractions, we mention the Church of San Marco, the Di Pero House and the imposing castle, but also the Civic Museum and the Mart. The Bell of the Fallen remembers all the fallen in war. The footprints of dinosaurs are also famous, artifacts dating back more than 200 million years ago in the Jurassic era. Enjoy a ride along the Valagarina cycle path, one of the most beautiful in Europe. And if you have time left, take a trip to the Astronomical Observatory. Number 3. Murano. The historic center of Murano is full of buildings with a great architectural influence of the Austro-Hungarian period, characteristic and very colorful. To visit there are the Church of San Giorgio and that of San Nicolo, but also the nearby Trentmansdorf Castle and its gardens, among the most beautiful in Italy. A wonderful view can also be found at the 28-meter-high Powder Tower. From its nature to its thermal baths, Murano is a jewel of the Trentino-Alto Adige region. The Murano thermal baths are famous all over the world. Finally, also in Murano in winter, there are the characteristic Christmas markets. Number 2. Bolzano. 1 hour away from Trento, is the capital of South Tyrol, Bolzano. It is a city of modest size, but picturesque and lively, considered the border between the Italian and German world where bilingualism reigns. Also in Bolzano, you will find characteristic alleys surrounded by medieval buildings, but this time with influences from the Austro-Hungarian period, among which you can discover interesting museums and castles, such as the unmissable Archaeological Museum in Roncolo Castle, but also the characteristic Via Gerda and Piazza del Erbe, a colorful square in the heart of the city center. Do not miss the main square, Piazza Walther, where the beautiful cathedral and the Romanesque basilica are located. Finally, during the Christmas holidays, you will also find here the colorful Christmas markets. Also enjoy a ride in the Call cable car, located in the historic center of Bolzano. It is the oldest cable car in the world, inaugurated in 1908. Not far from Bolzano there is the Fermiano Castle, one of the castles that best represent the defensive architecture of Trentino-Alto Adige. Number 1. Trento. A visit to the capital of Trentino is a must on the list of what to see in Trentino-Alto Adige. Trento is a small and pretty city, rich in history, art, and culture. Among the alleys of its historic center, you will admire a mix of medieval walls and frescoed buildings, but also Renaissance buildings that alternate bright colors. To see there is the beautiful Piazza Duomo, the square with the imposing Fountain of Neptune, surrounded by the majestic Cathedral of San Vigilio, but also the Buonconsiglio Castle, which was the seat of the prince-bishops. The SAS, an underground museum that preserves the remains of the Roman Trento, the Muse, Museum of Natural Sciences, and the Mart, Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art, which consists of 2 museums in Trento and Rovereto. Located in the historic center of Trento, The Buonconsiglio Castle contains the whole history of Trento, starting from the 13th century. Each part of the castle has a particular architectural style, from the Venetian Gothic style to the Renaissance style, to conclude with the Baroque style of the more recent structure. Important historical events took place in this castle, including the approval of the Counter-Reformation of the Catholic world. Lovers of contemporary art will not be able to miss the mart. In fact, it is one of the most famous and recognized museums of modern and contemporary art in Italy. Inside there are about 20,000 works of 150 years of history. Here there are many works by Trentino artists such as Di Piero, but also by other internationally renowned artists, such as Hayes, Boccioni and De Chirico. If it's Christmas time, you can't miss a stroll around the stalls of the famous Trento Christmas market. Subscribe to our channel for more similar videos.